When someone you love gets a diagnosis, it can hit you like a ton of bricks. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 channels. The links are pinned to the top of the comment section below. Well, I got to thinking this evening about diagnosis. And when someone you love gets a diagnosis, it can feel like a ton of bricks have been dropped on you, or that you've been punched in the stomach. Now, I've talked about diagnosis before from the standpoint of if we get a diagnosis. But I don't know if I've really talked about if a family member gets a diagnosis or somebody that you love gets a diagnosis. You know, a diagnosis of any kind, when we go to the doctors and we get bad news, it can be very, very, very scary because there's so much uncertainty around most diagnoses. And so when it's someone that we love and care about and they get a diagnosis, it can be very frightening, a time of uncertainty, and, you know, very, very scary emotional time. And I think, you know, my belief is to step back, to assess the situation, to make right decisions, and to be calm in the midst of the storm. You know, someone that we love needs all the stability and support, love, comfort, and caring when they themselves are going through a diagnosis or a very, very difficult time. They don't need someone hysterical, falling apart. They don't need someone who can't be there for them in all ways. They need somebody that they can depend on, somebody that they know is thinking clearly, because often they're not thinking clearly at that time when they're hit with their own ton of bricks. And so they need someone who's going to be strong and steady and make good decisions and be calm and comforting and loving and be there for them during that time of when they're going through a health crisis of any kind. A diagnosis can be scary. And as one travels that road of diagnosis and all the options and treatments and things like that, it can be a very scary time. And so having supportive people around is key to a more successful outcome. And having people who fall apart, who are hysterical, who can't make good decisions is of little or no help, and often can be more of a problem than anything. So supporting someone who's going through a diagnosis, a challenging health crisis, the key to it is to be there, to love them, to comfort them, to put their needs first, to ask them what they want. Just don't assume what they want. Ask them what they want, and to be there as a stable force for them, to be the wind beneath their wings, as the saying goes. And so if someone that we love is going through a diagnosis, like I said, the key to it is to be there for them, to be their strength for them at a very weakened moment. Okay? So I thought I would come on here and talk about that. It's one of my more heavier topics, and I had not talked about it from this perspective before. Okay? Thank you. May God bless you. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.